Project management is basically people management. No leader worth his salt is going to be a poor communicator. In many cases, communication has to be planned out. You have to figure out who you're going to talk to and how often. This is simply a communication plan to help the project manager do that. So let's start at the top of the form and figure out how to use it, and that way you'll figure out what it is in the process. There's the title. Don't forget our project serial number. I'll be giving you those. Then we've got the title of the project and fill that in. All that stuff at the top is pretty much the same. Let's talk about this first row down here. This first row is actually going to be specifically about the sponsor. Notice that as we go across, we're going to put some information in here that's very important, but it's only going to be about that sponsor, not about the project itself. This is the person that actually pays for the project. We've got their name. In many cases, I'll put down what they like to be called here. So in some cases, they like to be called by a nickname. Then I'm going to put their Myers-Briggs type. That's going to allow me to specify what I show them and how well they understand it. So if I get a sensor as a project sponsor, I want to include a lot of detail. A lot of facts, charts, graphs, things like that. If I get an intuitive in there, I want to make sure I cover the big picture and usually have a photograph or something like that to go along with it. The information desired may vary according to when the project is actually, or how far it is in the project. So what we want to do is figure out what kind of information this individual wants. Do they want everything? Have they specified specific reports that they want? For example, some may just want a summary report. So you specify exactly what they want here. So when you interview them, you're going to write down what they want and you're going to deliver what they want. The method of delivery may be email, in person, at a team meeting. You may have them do an individual face-to-face with the team leader. It depends on what they want. Here again, it's all about the sponsor. And then the sponsor gets to determine the frequency that they want it at. So for example, if they only want it once a month, because this is a 5-year project, then that's fine. If they want it once every morning, then that's a little different story, and you're going to need to prepare for that meeting once a morning. And then here's your contact information. That's their phone number and their email, whatever they want to use as contact information. Then there's a notes section here, and that's where I write down things like we'll be gone from the 10th through the 14th to Denver, and it'll be for a conference, and just things that I need to know about that person. And here again, this whole thing is expandable so that you can put as much detail down there as you'd like. So that's what the details on the communication with the sponsor would look like. Notice on the left-hand side, I've suggested, and this is just some suggestions, of different roles that may need to be put into the communication plan. So the next one down would be the champion. You say the champion, is that like the guy that got the gold medal? No, that's the person that's actually out there evangelizing the business in what this project can do for them. This is the person who's so sold on it. They don't have funding, but they're really sold on it and they're really pushing it. Then you've got your schedule team leader. Here again, that's just somebody who's going to be, it's just somebody that I've suggested, and it could be somebody who's just watching over the schedule, who checks on things, making sure that we've got things arriving on time. Your budget team leader will probably put in there by the finance department. And then you've got the quality team leader. That may be somebody that you want to have regular meetings with, or someone who is only on demand. And then I've got one that's blank down here, of course. This project communication plan is for the project manager, even though it's signed by the sponsor. And it's going to give that project manager the mentality that these people need to be communicated with.